everyone, it's Michelle from Scrap Secrets and welcome to day 3 of the hashtag Pawgustart event. This is the last day, so this is the last project, and my plan was to show you guys how to do some watercoloring, and that completely got ruined. I realized that I didn't have my heat gun. I have no idea where it is. So I went on to doing some distress ink techniques, inking techniques with an embossing folder, and that didn't work. I tried some paper piecing with it, and I did not like the way it came out. I'll show you guys the card. I wasn't really thrilled with it. I do still have the video if you guys want to see how I did it. I can always edit it and show you guys. Not a big deal. So then I decided, scrap that, try something new, and this is something that I've never done before, and using one of these steel dies to create a card. So this creates a card base, Movers and Shapers L. It's a Stephanie Barnard die, and it's one of those flip cards. So I thought, so cute. It was on clearance a while ago at Hobby Lobby for $18, and now I know why. Because I swear this card was a pain in the butt to make. So I tried to do a process video, and it was like anything that could go wrong tonight went wrong. So I'm laughing about it now because it's over and done with, and I want to show you the card, and then I can tell you how I made it. So this is the card that I made. I actually really like the way that it turned out. I think it turned out pretty cute. So these middle pieces right here are actually scraps. I will show you. This is the initial card. This is the initial card that I did. And if you can see, I had to cut these pieces out because they weren't staying. It was coming up. It wasn't flipping correctly. So I decided, forget that, cut these pieces out, the middle pieces. I had already done that because I was going to stamp on this and do some different techniques with it. So I had those middle pieces, and I thought, just start over with a white card base, and I picked out the stamps. They're from Simon Says Stamps, and I think it's called Circle Friendship. I don't know where they are right now. I have stuff all over my desk because I've been trying all different kinds of projects. But I used this circle line stamp, and we used some, my favorite things, Red Hot Hybrid ink. I used I think this is the medium Fiskars Circle Punch to cut that out. We used the Bear, and I stamped that in my favorite things, Black Licorice Hybrid ink. I used the Pro Marker in Terracotta, and I also used FS6 Spectrum Noir marker for the ears. And then I went back over the eyes with a black Jelly Roll pen, which is right here. And then I also went around all of the edges with a Studio G black marker. It just has a regular tip to it, and just went around all the edges just because I fussy cut it just to make sure that it would, you couldn't see the white around the edges. So that was the middle for this piece. And then I used a smaller die from Nestabilities and went around. I used this pattern is actually the back of this paper, so it's like a little red, and I cut that out. I stamped the Love You from the exact same sentiment, from the exact same stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. I'll put the name of it below once I upload the video. And when I did that, I got some black ink on the bottom. So I was like, I was almost done with these layers. Couldn't believe that I made that mistake. So I went through my stash and I found these jewels, and I thought they would look good on that. Before I had put any of this together, I forgot to tell you what I did with the background. I took a Heidi Swap 12x12 stencil because the 6x6 stencils won't work. They're not long enough to cover the whole thing, and I wanted the whole thing covered. So I took that, and I took some Festive Berries Distress ink and my mini ink blending tool and inked up the background on both sides. So, of course, I got a little bit of ink here, so I just hit it with the rhinestone. So that's how I made it. It was fairly simple to do once I figured out how to do it. So I think that's what I'm going to do from now on, is just maybe ink up the background if I do another one of these flip cards. Ink up the background with some kind of cool stencil, and then use the interior pieces from from either the full sheet if I do that, or there's one that's just a little bit smaller than the interior piece, this, and I can always cut pieces of cardstock out with that. You can always run the cardstock through your die cut machine and just do the side pieces and just leave these pieces, like the flip pieces, open, or stamp something there or do something. I just found it to be too difficult to try to cover the whole thing with one piece of cardstock. So I hope this helps. I really wish that I had been able to show you guys the whole process video. I'm really upset because I think that really helps when you get to actually see it. And I just made so many mistakes and so many things went wrong tonight. So unfortunately, this is the video that I'm going to upload because right now it is 20 of 11 and I'm exhausted. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're enjoying this hashtag event and that you will come back next month for our next month's event. If you guys have comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. And if you're not already a subscriber, please feel free to click that subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!